This week on your newsroom, incoming head football coach Clay Helton was on the Statesboro campus for the first time since being hired. We have team coverage, including analysis from ESPN's Reginald Jr. on the beginning of the Helton era.
We show you how one sorority gives back to our community in many ways. We visited Kappa Kappa Gamma's Philanthropy Week to see what it's all about.
Plus, we take a look at all the resources offered at the Counseling Center and how they can help you.
If it matters to you, it matters to us.
And it all starts right now.
This is your newsroom with Andy Cole and Amara Lewis. Plus, your team of reporters in the field covering stories that matter to you. Now from the Georgian Media Group, this is your newsroom.
Hey everyone, welcome to your newsroom. I'm Andy Cole.
And I'm Amara Lewis. Thanks for joining us.
Last week began a new era of football for the Eagles. Incoming head coach Clay Helton was on the Statesboro campus for his first, albeit rainy, Saturday in Paulson.
Your newsroom's Justin Helms was at the introductory press conference and brings us more on the beginning of the Helton era.
On November 2nd, Georgia Southern football broke Statesboro Twitter after they announced the hiring of Clay Helton. Many were surprised by the big-name hire and his willingness to come to Statesboro. For Helton, it was a great chance to be closer to home.
I was born in Gainesville, Florida, so to be back in an area which I called home for a long time is very special for me and my family, and we're so excited about it.
Helton came to Statesboro off a successful 6-year run as the head coach for the USC Trojans. During his time there, the Trojans boasted one of the top offenses in college football, and he also led the team to 2 Pac-12 championships and 4 bowl games. It was Helton's resume and mindset that convinced athletic director Jared Binko he had found the right guy.
There was a lot of elite coaches out there, a lot of coaches that have been very successful. We also want a coach and obviously a person that can come over the program, administer the program, and help develop young men of character. And to me, when you look at the counterbalance of everything Coach Helton has to offer us, it was a no-brainer.
When it comes to hirings and firings, the announcement of Helton joining the Eagles came early in the college football year. The extra time allows for Coach Helton to get a head start on recruiting and preparation for next season.
Right, because he's able to evaluate guys. He's got to kind of see what areas we're weak at, what areas we're strong at. And so it's going to give him a jump start on spring practice. If he was not here, he would learn this until February.
The new head coach's first challenge will start next month with the early signing period on December 15th. Reporting to you from Bishop Fieldhouse, I'm Justin Helms.
Continuing coverage now in the changing of guard. Helton joins the Eagles after a successful stint as head coach of the USC Trojans. His team won a Pac-12 championship in 2017 and a Rose Bowl in 2016. ESPN's Reginald Jr. believes the dynamic between Helton and athletic director Jared Binko is one of the reasons for the hire.
You get 2 guys that are fairly young that can sort of grow together and build a program together. I think that's going to be interesting. And I think that was probably part of those big selling points as well.
Having coached at a premier program in a Power 5 conference, Walker told your newsroom's Asa Barley a top-notch coach like Helton equates to more recruiting opportunities than were available in the past.
I think he gets you in more living rooms than you've been able to because of where he's been, because of what he can say, some of the guys he's coached.
Walker told us he's optimistic about the future of the program under the direction of Helton.
And I think Clay Helton will have a chance to have some success. I would expect to see them competing for a postseason bid next year, if not finding a way to get to the postseason.
As for the remainder of this season, interim head coach Kevin Whitley will finish out the year while Helton builds his staff and prepares for next season. Our thanks to ESPN's Reginald Jr. for joining us once again. And before we wrap up sports, women's soccer has just finished their season as Sunbelt Championship runners-up.
After entering the tournament barely qualifying for the first round bye, the women went on a hot streak.
They beat Coastal Carolina in a quarterfinal matchup 1-0 on a lone goal from midfielder Marcela Montoya.
The Eagles then advanced to the semifinals where they defeated ULM on a 2-1 comeback win with goals from Maddie Clintworth and Vala Kristen Theodore's daughter.
They unfortunately lost in the Sunbelt Conference Championship to South Alabama in a very close 1-0 game.
To keep up with all the sports here on campus, follow Georgia Southern Athletics at GS Athletics. With less than 50 days before Christmas, the great debate has begun. When is the right time to start celebrating the holidays? Here's your thoughts.
I think the right time to start celebrating the holidays will be December 1st. 2 weeks in November. A week prior to Thanksgiving.
I think the day after Halloween, November 1st, is the perfect time to put all the decorations inside.
I think the right time to start celebrating the holidays is right. I agree.
I also agree.
I think it's a good time to celebrate the holidays in November.
So much before. Honestly, respectfully, everybody. I feel like it's very hard.
Come out to see us at Russell Union from 11 to 1 on Mondays and give us your thoughts. The Counseling Center is a safe space for students on campus to access free resources for their mental health. Your Newsroom's Elise Taylor tells you all you need to know.
Mental health concerns have been on the rise in recent years. Those concerns have become worse over the last year and a half thanks to the pandemic. At the same time, the need for counseling services has never been greater. For those seeking help, the university offers free counseling services for students. All full-time students over 18 are given 16 sessions at no cost to them.
Scheduling an appointment with us is really easy. Students have 2 options. They can either walk into the counseling center to set up an appointment, or they can always call to set up an appointment.
The Counseling Center offers individual, couple, and group sessions, as well as drop-in workshops through Zoom. These services are designed to help them handle challenges and encourage personal growth and development.
Going to a therapist really does help. I think people really overlook mental health, and it should be brought up more.
Services include support for the LGBTQ+ community, a sexual assault response team, same-day service solutions, and a crisis line. Students on campus agree that mental health is important and believe that you can always reach out to the people around you to get help.
There is a lot of people here for you. You're not alone, and you have so many resources, and I believe in you.
Reporting to you from the Counseling Center, I'm Elise Taylor.
The Counseling Center is located on Forest Drive and open Monday through Friday from 8 to 12 and 1 to 5. To learn more about their services, you can visit their website or give them a call at 912-478-5541. Last week was sorority Kappa Kappa Gamma's Philanthropy Week, helping other Kappas and those in need in our community. Your Newsroom's Gabby Smith tells us how Kappa Kappa gives.
This past week, Kappa Kappa Gamma had their Philanthropy Week for their 3 foundations, Kappa Kappa Gamma Foundation, Girls Academy, and their newest edition, Mental Health America. The girls raised close to $10,000. Majority of the proceeds will go towards their mental health philanthropy, and the rest will be given to the winners along with their philanthropies who participated throughout the week. All the girls are passionate about their philanthropy, but for one Kappa Kappa Gamma member, she related to mental health awareness more than some.
I think it's something that we all kind of struggle with, and I know I do personally, so just getting to learn more about it and see that, I'm not the only one, and other girls in my sorority and other girls in my community struggle with the same thing, and so we can all kind of come together through that and through helping out.
Kappa Kappa Gamma had several activities going on during the week. The girls started off with a battle of karaoke between all of the fraternities. They held a cornhole tournament and finally finished the fun with a Southern traditional meal. These events are a reminder of their passion of their philanthropy and what it means to be in their sorority.
Mental health and well-being to me is just a good way to check in on yourself and your sisters, just to make sure that everybody is okay and in a good headspace.
This is Gabby Smith reporting to you from 100 Olympic Boulevard.
To stay up to date with our KKGs, you can follow them on Instagram at KKGGSU. This marks the end of my Divine Nine series with Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated was the last organization in the Divine Nine to be founded.
The organization was founded in September of 1963 on the campus of Morgan State University.
They were founded on the principles of scholarship, citizenship, leadership, fidelity, and brotherhood.
My most favorite memory since I've crossed, seeing the video of the day that we crossed, the video that we recorded, seeing it hit over, I think it was over 80,000 views on Watch the Yard. That felt like a big accomplishment to me. The national attention we got.
The Zeta Chi chapter was rechartered on the Statesboro campus on April 14, 2017.
The Iotas at Georgia Southern enjoy conducting service by hosting campus cleanups, which allow students to help make their campus a much brighter place.
They also help out at Langston Chapel Middle School, where they aid them in various ways, especially tutoring.
As far as on campus, we like to participate in on-campus cleanups. But we also do service around the Statesboro community as a whole. I know we have a partnership with Langston Chapter Middle School where we go there and volunteer at their football games and basketball games.
You can stay up to date with Iota Phi Theta by following them on Instagram at GSU Iotas. And that'll do it for this week. We encourage you to connect with us on social media at @your_newsroom.
For now, for Amara and for all of us at Your Newsroom, I'm Andy Cole. We'll see you next week. So long.